stampede. It's at the right end of the ground. Hawthorn have to come all the way down the ground. 28 and a half minutes have gone. Alan Jennings has a close look at the situation. The long kick taken by Swab, plays on. Langford comes out with the ball, drives it down. Buckenara trip. Buckenara's free kick. Siren sounds.
Then it happened. Gary Buckenara on the siren outside 50 metres. Here you see the young Jim Steins run across the mark and take Hawthorn 15 metres closer and into the grand final.
If he kicks this goal, Hawthorn are in the 1987 grand final. If he misses, Melbourne are in. There's the kick. It's a goal. It's a goal. Hawthorn have won with a kick after the siren.
The history of AFL footy is littered with cases of great escapes, more daring in some cases than Steve McQueen on his trusty Triumph 650 and that prisoner of war epic back from the early 60s. Alpha wanted the very best, and I think we've come up with some of the best catch me if you can stories in recent times. Teams that have come back from the dead, so to speak. Now, I was lucky enough to be at the microphone in 1989, St Kilda, in all sorts of trouble against Carlton at Moorabbin, when the imposing frame of Tony Lockett thundered into footy folklore.
Tony Lockett has 6 goals, 6. Daniels puts it up towards the goal square. Lockett close! This now for number 7. Winmar spoiled by Glasgow. It comes back to Nicky Winmar. He puts it through to Coghlan. Great place in Kilda. Rice. Long kick. Lockett in the goal square. Lockett comes in for number 8. And quite a break for St Kilda if he can get it.
Low. This is Bode. The Saints have led just about all day. Carlton lead now. The business end. Towards Lockett. Second attempt. Play on is the call. They need 9 at least this afternoon. It's good. The Saints are back in front. A tired kick from Cunningham, no question. Bradley down towards the 50-metre line. Frawley couldn't mark it. Craven. Fumble. Murphy. 30 metres out. Kicks a goal. The Blues lead.
Lamb to Sheldon. Off the side of the boot, Ken Sheldon. Might be all right for Daniels. He charges onto it. Gives a great hand pass to Winmar. St Kilda a chance. Winmar looks for Lockett. Yes! Possibly the last chance for St Kilda. They trail by 2 points. Tony Lockett.
Oh, 3 seconds. Ball up. She's all over. The Saints are going to win it. St Kilda have won. They've won by 4 points. Jubilation at Moorabbin. What a game of football.
So Plugger with 10 against the fullback of the century and Stephen Silvani, and the Saints absolutely delirious. 5 years later, St Kilda was dead and buried when it went into the final term against Sydney, trailing by 48 points. Dare I say it, Lockett to the rescue again.
And Bays gets it out, taken by Craig O'Brien. O'Brien brings it into Lockett. Out he comes Big Tony. Oh, that is a good mark. Tony Lockett in a cute angle. There'll be a roar if he misses. That is a good-looking kick. Oh, great goal.
They're just given too big a start, you would think. Shaw. He's got it again. They're not out of business yet, St Kilda. He does run around and kicks it. This is Thornborough, back to Nathan Burke, who's really lifted. He's been one of the players that brought St Kilda right back. Kick it off his hands. He'll have to get back quickly. Dean Gregg's quicker over the top. Lockett, it's 5 points the difference.
Here's Higgins diving on top of it. They try to shuffle it out. Oh, quick kick. Lockett! Oh, Lockett! Oh, Tony Lockett, the champ. He's kicked 10. He's marked 20 metres out, directly in front. If he kicks this, the Saints, you wouldn't believe it, would lead by a point. He has single-handedly almost taken this game away from the Swans. The kick from Lockett. Got it. A goal! Saints in front by a point.
Vidovic. Saints have won it. So they've pulled off one of the most amazing victories of all time here at the SCG. And you know what that says, Sydney fans? Plug a Lockett has the last word.
11 more to the big bloke as he strode towards the AFL's goal-kicking record. Now, poor old Melbourne might be struggling these days, but cast your minds back to one of their most famous wins. The qualifying final of 2000, and 70,000 fans at the MCG gave them no hope as they went into the last term against Carlton, trailing by 4 goals.
Plays it off, bursting up the ground as Walsh, trying to draw a man, comes wide to Gergich, back over the shoulder, well worked. Walsh from about 65 metres out down towards Bruce, controls it with his feet, gets it on the up to Schwartz, open goal. Oh, that was clever.
What a crucial kick for the Demons. No. Oh, maybe still a chance. That's unbelievable, isn't it?
Boomerang.
Yep.
Well, that man, Hume, can't be 10 metres away. Doesn't matter.
Oh, he's done it. What a kick. Schwartz might go to the square. No, he goes for the pass, and it's good to Green, and he's closer to goal this time. And he's got about 75 goals to go. And they all help. He's got about a metre of space to work in. Phoebe just got the ball where he needed to, and again, it's Green. This time, though, the angle is very, very tight.
Had a shot, son.
He stands with the margin at 15. And now it's reduced. What a kick from the young Brad Green. Allen, a handball. Watch out. He just got the handball away. It was great. McKay, well wrapped up. The pressure's starting to show. Bruce, can he kick a goal? He went quickly and kicks the goal. They're in it now. Oh, they are in it now. Had to be one way or the other. The ball in the square and in the danger area. Oh, Uze has scored. They are in front.
Schwartz and Allen.
Carlton to win it, Dennis. They'll have to switch play.
Knocked out of there by Leon Shelley. Across the goal face, Bruce, an unlikely hero, the rookie. The rookie. Wait for the siren. The ball on the outer side. Great come from behind victory, Melbourne. D is for delighted. They were down by over 30 points, and they have prevailed.
Well, it has to be said, 3 weeks later, the dream of premiership glory evaporated against Essendon. No fairy tale that day. And speaking of grand finals, there have been some great let-offs over the years. Here are some of the best. 1964 in Collingwood, on the back of the gargantuan Ray Gabalick, thought they had the flag sewn up.
Taken by Ron Reeves. Reeves clears the ball to the half-back line. Urquhart and Davis clash. They might be hurt. Picked up by Graham. His hand pass is misdirected, but luckily goes out to Waters. He's run down by Rowett, who upsets his kick. The ball has gone to the centre wing. Plumpton jumps onto the ball. Tubman frantically kicks it forward to Gamma, who's 30 yards out his own. The big 17-stone Collingwood captain goes for a run. He'll get to the goals on his own. It's a goal! Norm Smith, the man without the hat, is the coach, a worried coach of the Melbourne side. They trail by 2 points as McLean gets set to kick the ball out for Collingwood. There's the drop kick by McLean to the half-back line, and Dixon flies to take the mark. Dixon, a stalwart of the Melbourne team for many years, has played well today. On the half-forward line, he sends it forward. Up they go. Barassi in there. Can't pull the mark down. Taken by Neil Compton. Compton kicks in towards goal for Melbourne. From 1964.
I would like to congratulate the Collingwood side on their wonderful performance and give them my good wishes, and to you, Ron, as captain of the winning side, all good wishes, congratulations for a wonderful game from all of us.
If that wasn't bad enough, 2 years later, Bobby Rose and his Collingwood witnessed the birth of the Collie Wobbles, and St Kilda clinched a famous last-gasp win, all courtesy of a rickety point from a youngster. Barry Breen.
Player struggling to get clear, picked up by Gabbelich. His kick is not a particularly good one. Henderson loses it. Oh, he's grabbed there. Struggles it forward, picked up by Moran. Moran kicks into the goal square.
Neil.
Kevin Neal. The pressure's right on the boy from South Warrnambool. He kicks, he's put it right through. The official attendance, 101,655. 101,655. There's the bounce. Up they go. Comes down here to Henderson. Henderson, a short one in. And Pitt has marked. Pitt is 45 to 50 yards out. Kicking from the member stand flank. There's the kick. I'll tell you what, this is going to be close. It's through.
1 point the difference, and that's new life back into the Magpies.
Oh, these players are so
This is
weary.
madness. They're all on the ball.
There
Steer.
they go. Up goes Minor. He gets a tap down. Potter has it. He can't break clear. It's taken by Green. It's a point. It's a point. St Kilda in front. St Kilda in front.
There's the break.
There's a go. Tuddenham, a break. Tuddenham kicks to centre half forward. They set themselves. And a mark to Bob Murray. A mark to Murray. 28 and a half minutes gone. Hit the boundary line. 28 and a half gone. There's Murray's kick to the wing position on the outer side. There's the siren. St Kilda have got it. They've got it. Look at this. Look at Alan James. Alan James. Oh, what an emotional scene this is. An emotional scene. Alan James. Look at him.
Now, my favourite has got to be, if you can have favourites in this rather sad context, the 1970 Grand Final, regarded by many as the birth of the modern run-on game. Collingwood, 44 points down at half-time. Barassi imploring his Carlton players to handball and run on at all costs.
As for the kick, the centre of the ground, centre half forward. Jenkins, the Collingwood ruckman's in there. Step to the ground. Gould picks it up number 11. One-handed, flashy football, but it's a big kick down to the half forward line, looking for Jesselinko. But it's Croswell that is marked. Croswell plays on, gives the ball to Walls. Walls has a long shot for goal. Jones is there. Down to Teddy Hopkins, the 19th man. He steps for goal. And it throws. Put it through.
Well, it's their only hope, Michael. The last game of the year. This
Jesselinko couldn't get to it. Taken by Adamson. Adamson, a hand pass intercepted by Nichols. Nichols, a long hand pass towards Gallagher. But through they come. O'Callaghan is there. Jackson picks up for Carlton. Jackson, a left foot snap. Oh, he's got it through.
knocks the ball away. Crane, Price. Crane underneath it and gets a free. And the player unloaded there. There's a kick in towards centre half forward. Again, Robert Balls is marked. Great play by Carlton. He steps around Potter. Races into an open goal. A long shot.
There's another one.
Oh boy. Hopkins reckoned that went out on the full, but he couldn't fool the umpire. In goes Jenkins, hits down. Hopkins has it. He tries to scramble the ball. Jesselinko shoots.
Oh, look at this. He takes his kick. Oh, it's a nice one, too, up towards centre half forward. The players sit themselves. Terry Waters went up, but Eakins comes out with him. Kick smothered by Jackson. Jackson goes after it now. Look at this fella go. Jackson a long hand pass to Hopkins. Hopkins steadies. Hopkins kicks. It's through. He's put it through.
Holding the ball for self. Ball in possession.
24 and a half.
Oh,
minutes
too
gone.
high. Too high.
Super. On a slight angle, Brent Croswell. It's on its way, it looks pretty good. Carlton in front, it's a goal. Carlton in front.
Oh, what a finish.
Price is marked for Collingwood. Now Price of Collingwood steadying down, he's going for the lead from McKenna. McKenna goes up, he's playing it.
Play on.
Oh, play on. Play on is a call. Up towards centre half forward for Carlton now. Through comes Jesselinko. Jesselinko, a left footer. There's nobody there.
Look at this.
It's bounced through.
You wouldn't believe this, honestly. That's Jesselinko's third goal. And Collingwood players holding hands to their head as the time's getting away from them now. They're 11 points down. Oh, it's got to go any second, Michael. Half a minute to play, I reckon.
Fantastic. There's the kick now, down to the half-forward flank. A mark to Gallagher. There's the siren. Carlton. Carlton up There's a look at one. Barassi surrounded. told with our premiers and our commiserations to Bob Rose of Collingwood.
Well, it seems we're on a roll, and Magpie fans, I'm not down on you, but talking of great escapes, the 1977 grand final against North Melbourne was the mother of them all. 5 goals up at three-quarter time. It took a mammoth effort just to stay in the premiership hunt.
Coming over to Manasseh, drives the ball back there towards the wing position, and a good mark taken that time by David Denton. Look at this guy go as he shoots the ball up there towards Buck. He's kicked the goal.
Well, pretty awkward old handball for Manasseh, try and click. Down he goes in front. Chased over Wearmouth. Very scrambly football indeed. And there's going to be penalised. Morgan Blunt to take the free kick. That'll be a 15-metre penalty for sure.
Chance to Stan Elves to mark, and he's got it. And he's down. By God, there's another one down. Dench has got him down too. Oh, there's some Wearmouth coming in too. The go for North now as Dench has got a clear run. He'll fire for the goals. It's not a good kick. That's a mark here to Bob. Up the back is where's the go now for Brightus. Chance, oh, and past the wrong bloke, Manasseh.
Addis is there for North Melbourne. Chance for Byrne. Byrne steadies down into one score for Baker. Scores will be level. Baker couldn't miss.
And there's Montgomery. He's played a great gun. Pushed out by Twiggy Dunn. He's running to an open goal. He fires. And he's put it through for 1 point. Oh, there was a chance of a lifetime. Look at Twiggy Dunn. Baker. This could sew it up for North Melbourne as he fires it through, and North Melbourne hits the front goal square. There's a mark here to someone.
It's in front of Twiggy Dunn.
It's a Twiggy Dunn, I think, has got it. Oh, the pressure on this veteran from Collingwood, played over 200 games, fires for the goals. And he's put it through and scores at that level. Max Richmond picked up by a little ball. He's going for a run. Can he get it down there in time? There's the side, I think, for the end of the game.
It's a draw.
It's a draw. The side by Collingwood to come back in that final stage because it looked as though they were gone beyond recall. Look, there's a bit of a fight going on.
Little Keenan's doing.
Someone should tell the game's over. It's not worth getting yourself knocked out about.
Well, needless to say, Collingwood lost. It was something of a recurring theme on grand final day in those years. Fast forward to 1984. 2 other clubs. Essendon trailing by 4 goals going into the last quarter against the reigning champions Hawthorn.
Hawthorn leading 68 to 45, only 23 points, anybody's match. Byrne and Madden knocked down by the Essendon player, picked up by Williams. Essendon swing into attack. They want a goal quickly. In front is O'Halloran. This is their goal. Baker puts it through. That's what they wanted. Wallace to take it. Wallace goes straight down the ground. He's trying to find Curran, who can't take the mark. 2 Essendon players have the run. Neagle, centre wing. Essendon have decided, OK, we go for broke, and that's just what they're doing. Up towards full forward again. Oh, Bradbury, here's the goal. It's only a few points in it. Oh, those 2 goals came up in 2 minutes. Walsh punches it well clear, opens it up there for Hurd. Can't trap it. In goes Eade. Loveridge is caught by Hurd. Oh, beautifully done, Essendon. Here's Watson at half forward. He'll go for a run. No, it's a pass. It's a gem. It's Duckworth.
Billy Duckworth.
He's played on. Thompson, Hawthorn in complete disarray at the moment.
And if this little fella needs to kick a goal, this is the one to kick. Comes in, straightens in the one. And there it is, a goal. 5 points the difference. Centre bounce, 5 points the difference. Can the Bombers go on with it? Byrne tries to come into the pack. It's Williams sending the Bombers back into attack. Up it goes there. Baker taps the ball on. Oh, beautiful play. Goes for a goal. And I think they've hit the front. Yes, they're in front. A point in front. That's 4 goals to Baker.
4 goals in 8 minutes. And he should get the distance without any trouble at all. Van der Haar. Kick is an awkward-looking one. Is that a mark for Essendon or a Hawthorn mark? Merritt's got it. And Essendon lead by 5 points.
Oh, he's dropped an easy one, Bradbury. But he's left unattended as he drives the ball out there towards the wing position. Merritt got into the back of McCarthy. Recovers well, goes for hand pass to the blonde-headed Harvey. A kick up there towards the full forward position. Van der Haar knocked on. There's a go now for Weston. He's put it through for a goal. What a match winner this guy's been at centre half forward.
Essendon too good, going right away from Hawthorn in this final term. They've kicked 6 goals so far. Hawthorn have added 1.
11 points the difference. Can the Hawks come back? Bit of fumbling goes on as the ball is finally driven up towards their centre half forward line. Tapped on by Merritt. They're full of running. There's Weston again with a hand pass. Coming over to Watson. This could be another goal. It is. Oh, they're killing him.
Eads kick is a short one up towards the centre-half forward position for the Hawks. Matthews couldn't take it. Plenty of Essendon defenders are there. Wallace overruns the ball. Duckworth, Donnell and Hawker combining okay. Hawker from the point of the square has gone for a pass, and that's beautifully delivered right down the throat of Merv Neagle. Eade in pursuit. Neagle gets his kick in long and high to the goal square, and look at that. That really is the sealer if ever there needed to be one.
Still goes after. They won't give in Hawthorn. Still fighting it out. Full mark to them as the ball goes down there, but a mark to Danaher. Into this quarter by just on 35 minutes. There's the siren.
Essendon winning their first flag since 1965, and the final scores Essendon 14-21, 105 to 12-9, 81.
You've got to say, sometimes you wonder how sides can win from positions that look entirely hopeless. Imagine St Kilda 63 points up against Hawthorn at Waverley back in 1999. And that was 4 minutes into the second quarter. It had all the makings of a record thumping.
And they've certainly received their voice. They've got their voice back. In the first half, there was nothing.
I guess Burke was between a rock and a hard place there. Snap it, goal! Half it! He's got it! No one within 50 metres of Peter Everett. The boos, in case you've just joined us, he cleaned up Anthony Rock in the first quarter. Crowd out Bustles Hall, if that's possible. Crawford. And Shane fumbled a lot early. Oh, that's a beautiful pass out of Harford, who marks over Thompson and has to go back. He's in trouble. Vandenberg inside the square, looks for Harford on the run. Could kick this one from 45, and he has done.
The pack flies. It comes to ground. It's hooked back by Angelo Leckis. It'll be a mark. Thompson again. Oh, this young fella's kicked too.
Every team member has lifted accordingly.
Nathan Thompson for his third goal.
He's a beautiful kick.
This looks good. He's dumped it.
Forward short of the centre circle. No goal scored so far in the final quarter. Young, the run from the back. That's a mark.
He's the type of player that could bob up and kick a couple of goals in a few minutes.
Holland from 50. Hawthorn are in front for the first time. Healy in front, Leckis.
Keep your feet.
It's good, Leckis.
Vandenberg, just couldn't complete it. Gets it back again in the hand pass. He spent a bit of time on the bench. Vandenberg needs to sit here. Chance for the Hawks. Collicker was it who goes at
Dixon.
goal. Dixon, he's got it.
He was the player.
That's the way. That's the kick. He puts it right up there to put the pressure on. Nick Holland. Oh, Holland's taken a ripper.
How good's he been?
Oh, he's taken it 10 metres out. Look at the emotion of Anthony Rock.
And that's much maligned because he's a player that really works hard. So as far as I'm concerned, he's a real competitor.
Well, he's about to kick his fifth and shut the gate. He's kicked it. What a performance, Hawthorn. What a performance, Nick Holland.
But how they've come back, they've worked and worked and worked. And there's the siren. And that does cap one of the most remarkable Hawthorn victories I have seen.
And the comebacks keep coming thick and fast. Dennis Pagan is still wondering how his North Melbourne side let victory be stolen from their grasp at the MCG in 2001. Kevin Sheedy's Bombers staged one of the great fightbacks from 69 points down, 10 minutes into the second term.
It still is by normal accounts, but not compared to the first half, and that's going to be to their favour. They can just play man-on-man football and hold on from here. They can win this game, but the Bombers will keep coming, and keep coming they do. Get out of my way, says Jason Johnson. Gave the big Donahue and kicked the goal.
Nice work from Solomon. Gets it in quickly. Alessio back on the ground. The big man's got it. Not paid. Cleaned up by McGrath, and he kicks a goal. It's a one-point ball game at the MCG.
Mostly for fun, I suspect.
Comes handy, doesn't it, sometimes?
Came in very handy there. Barnes has led his opposite, number 22, to the ball in Burton. Takes the mark, hurries the kick. That was poor, but it bounces well for Johnson, who takes off, says, get out of my way again. He's so determined and so cool, this bloke, and he could answer and kick a goal. He has!
Every clearance so vital. Barnard, Caracella, Mercury, been pretty quiet today.
Oh,
that was excellent work. Kept a cool head. So Gary Moorcroft, what a year he's had, and what a kick that is under pressure. So Johnson will kick it to the boundary line, or close to it. Lloyd the target. Heard. Around the line it goes. Moorcroft, let it go. Blake Caracella. It's all over now. But the Bombers are such a champion team. They're trying hard. The clock is counting. And the game is over. One of the best ever. One of the very best ever matches.
And stepping up to 2003, the Tigers. Richmond 51 points down against Hawthorn, and you wouldn't want to know what happened next.
See whether or not there was some criticism, not criticism, but some people suggested they'd played maybe the three worst sides over the last 3 weeks, so they're keen to stand up today as Chaffee from outside 50 has a long bomb, great kick.
Johnson now, standing start to the goal square once again. Choice of two, Stafford or Richardson. Stafford wants to burst through Coughlin, eventually gives it to him, and Coughlin doesn't let him down. Roden as well, could be important. Crawford with the right, it just falls to Stafford. Oh, they don't come any easier than that.
The general, the playmaker, to Johnson, inside 50, got it! Richardson! Quick hands, he's very unselfish play, he's given it away, and Coughlin has kicked a goal.
Coughlin just wanted to keep it going forward. He did so to Campbell, up towards Stafford, one-on-one with Stone. Bodywork, waited for the cavalry to ride through Osborne, but look at that by Cracker. Got in underneath it first, got it back out to Stafford. Oh, great work! The goal goes to Stafford.
Chance their arm to take marks.
Chance for the Tigers, Stafford in the ruck, again Peel for the free kick. Cracker can kick a goal!
Working hard, gets support from Mitchell. Crawford went without it, Coughlin didn't. Backs himself to kick a goal. Inside 50 for 8 in a row to the Tigers! Oh, yes indeed! Fleming now. Into the middle, Campbell. Had his little spell on the bench and he's back out getting it.
And it was courage. He's running against the flight of the ball. Just real courage. Hands off to Leon Cameron.
Designated kick is a designated goal, and the Tigers have hit the front.
Tigers now with all the run through Kane Johnson. Looking for Richardson. Smith did very well. Pounced on by Roden. Runs to 25. Closes to 20. Roden kicks a goal.
Yeah, it looks better than Mitchell and Lotes, doesn't it? Chance though for Cracker. So good in that third quarter. Oh, they got 12 in a row. Tivendale eventually gets it back, and he's got some space to run into through the middle of the ground here. It's an open forward line. Little chip pass, just the required distance. In fact, he doesn't waste the footy very often. From 55 metres, not bad. Oh, why not make it 14, Kane?
And let's finish with a flourish and a favourite. That son of the Scray, the skipper of the Bulldogs, who goes by the moniker of this smiling assassin, made his 300th a milestone game he'll never forget. Nor will the 25,000 at the Telstra Dome in round one this season.
Here's Ackermanis with some space now. Kicks it long over the top.
Terrific kick.
He's kicked it to White, who didn't know it was coming. Murphy gets the good bounce. Clever handball looking for White. He went off the ground and kicked it. He took his time, but eventually he got that his eye was up. You don't get much more space than this. Does he want Johnson? He does.
1-2.
Over the top. Giansiracusa in midair. Kicks an absolute beauty.
He's been good, Giansiracusa.
I like Josh Hill's game too. Second gamer.
The margin is 3 points. How's that for a knock from the centre? Eagleton hooking it back. Johnson there. Hill almost. Yes! Got it. Josh Hill.
What a purple patch from this youngster.
And this to put the Bulldogs back in front. No question whatsoever.
Good
That
hands.
kept going.
This is better.
Big Brian Lake from 55 metres. Tumbles it forward. Johnson with his third. Game on again.
Clearances are all important.
Here's Cooney. Disposal number 31.
Good kick.
Johnson.
50.
50.
Well, I just mentioned that the captains have been kicking goals at either end. Can he do it again? Can he kick his fourth? And put the Bulldogs in front. He does! Higgins.
Tough kick, I know.
His side leads by 4. It's
Winston.
to the top of the square. Johnson for the finish. Unbelievable!
Just a great game by the boys. You know, you set yourself around one, and to get off to a great start, get that first ball, points them
we achieved it. So it's all about the team, mate.
Mate, I'm not going to hold you up anymore. Go and celebrate, bud.
No worries, thanks, mate.
Hey, we'll have a beer tonight. Don't worry about that.
So there you have it. Miracles do happen. Not always, but from time to time. And just because the fat lady clears a voice and begins to warble, it doesn't actually mean it's all over, folks.